believe until half an hour after the last rays of the sun had slid below the trees in Jackson's field, and once when a hard, unblinking moon climbed high above the ruins of Neville's old house, we had a minute's silence for the sticklebacks as they floated belly up between lace curtains of cow pasture. Now, next poem is Stephen's Mass. I'm sitting in the back of the chapel whenever this is where I'm constantly in last windows. And that time in there. Shouldn't I be spellbound, speechless, overwhelmed by the thought of just being there to see, rubbing shoulders with the principals, Jesus, Mary, the women of Jerusalem, the Magdalene. Shouldn't I be up there at the foot of the cross, watching, winching, instead of loitering on the periphery, between the final blessing and the Sunday game, the last pew and the porch, counting candlesticks and statues, and stained glass windows. That's the title of the book that's been published for me. And here's, I know, I do a bit of fumbling now for a minute now again. When I was very young, I used to work for a farmer in sorting potatoes in old sheds. But what I didn't know, that shed belonged to Esther Johnson Stella. She was Dean Swift's mistress. And they fell into the house place fell into repair and was used by a farmer for storing potatoes. And that's what I was at, and I didn't know that there was actually in history. It's called Stella's Cottage. Stella's Cottage, smothered in autumn now, its shrunken walls still fighting off the fields. As youngsters, we used to sack potatoes there under on damp days under the thin or dry thatch, comfort and cramped, as we rummaged among the gaunt rows for pigs and banners, and the odd golden wonder rubbing shoulders with the riffraff. And where the said forbidden fruit once flourished, and angels strayed in from the straight and narrow, we slung quarries through